Hi, so my name is Matt Bingham and this is an acoustic slow flow yoga practice. So the acoustic part means that I'll play a song on my acoustic guitar during Shavasana. And for this slow flow practice, we'll really take our time, we'll be on our back the whole time. I always feel great afterward, and I hope you do too. So as far as the props go, you may or may not need them, as always, but if you'd like, just to have a couple blocks set up near each hand. So once you're lying down in a Shavasana shape, you can just easily grab them if you need, so they're near your hands. And then also just have a blanket rolled up, also nearby, just in case. And I'm filming this in Northern Arizona Yoga Center, which is the studio that I teach at in Flagstaff, Arizona. And lastly, the Light Meeting app. So the Light Meeting app is something I'm really excited about. It'll have this class in addition to more yoga classes, in addition to music that we've already released, in addition to new music that I'm really excited about sharing. So if that interests you, the music and yoga mix, I'll put a link in the description of this video if you're watching on YouTube. So we'll get started, as I mentioned, lying down. And just start from the beginning by taking your time to get there. So the name of the game for this whole practice, I always feel like yoga in general, but especially this kind of practice, is just paying attention to the transition. So once you come to lie down, we'll bring one hand to the belly and then one hand to the heart. And we'll just take about 5 breaths, so just at your own pace. Just notice how you feel. Just notice how your breath feels right now. Maybe also notice that once you bring your attention to your breath, it just naturally wants to deepen on its own. Just about 2 more breaths in this space. And as you're ready, with your next inhale, take a more 3-dimensional inhale, breathing through your nose. And then once you're ready to let that go, take a long, soft sigh out your mouth. And we'll do that 2 more times. So that long, 3-dimensional inhale through your nose. That long, soft sigh out your mouth. And one more inhale. One last exhale, sigh. So now take about 2 breaths, again, just at your own pace. So notice if you feel any different now. Maybe you can relax a little bit more, drop a little bit more weight towards the earth. And then next we'll do something called the who breath. So that's where you'll take an inhale through your nose. And then with your exhale, you just purse your lips and exhale out your mouth. And you just make a soft, slow gust of wind sound. So just do that at your own pace. So inhale through your nose. Exhale that pursed lip, soft gust of wind sound. So we'll just do this for about a minute or 2. And again, just continuing that just at your own pace of breath. So once you really get the hang of that, notice the effect and the quality that it has, not just on your exhale, but the length of your inhale. About 5 more Hu breath cycles. So after you complete your next exhale, we'll just let that drift into a soft Ujjayi breath cycle. So now breathing in and out through your nose, and you're just making that soft ocean wave-like sound with each breath cycle. And we just want to keep that elongated Hu breath pace the whole time. So keeping that strong connection to your Ujjayi breath throughout the rest of this practice. We'll just start to add in some movement. So slide your legs together, reach your arms up overhead. And then before we stretch more deeply, just let gravity do the work. So like I mentioned, we'll take a lot of moments to pause in these poses. So a couple breaths, just letting gravity do the work first. And then you can stay in that more passive stretch way. Or now actively stretch your toes away from your fingertips. If you'd like to add in a bit more movement, start to hover your arms off the earth and then point and flex your feet fast enough that you just rock yourself forward and back. So next time your toes point, we'll keep that. Inhale, maybe rock or stretch a little bit longer. And then with your next exhale, bring your arms out wide. And then bend your knees, plant the soles of your feet down in front of your hips. And we'll take about 1 to 2 breaths here. So just notice the change, not just for your legs, but your low back. And then staying connected to breath. With your next exhale, let your knees fall to the right. And then with your inhale, bring your knees back to center. So we'll turn that into a flow. So with your next exhale, knees to the left. Inhale, knees center. Exhale, knees to the right. So you can go at your own pace or with me. So inhale, knees center. Exhale, knees left. Inhale, knees center. Exhale, knees to the right. Inhale, knees center. Exhale, knees to the left. So we'll just keep going with that. So inhale, knees center. Exhale, knees to the right. Inhale, knees center. Exhale, knees left. So we'll do one more time each side. Inhale, knees center. Exhale, knees to the right. Inhale, knees center. Exhale, knees to the left. So next time they fall to the left, we'll keep them there. We'll hold for about 5 deep breaths. And if that's enough of a twist, you can stay or bring that left foot on top of the right leg. You're using the passive weight of that left leg to pull the right knee more towards the earth. And once you're there, take about 4 or 5 more long breath cycles. As your body starts to release more and more tension, maybe for these last couple breaths, each exhale you can feel that right knee pulling more or just releasing more towards the earth. And once you're ready to come out, release the outer edge of that left foot back down. Your next inhale, bring knees back to sky. And with your exhale, knees to the right. Again, once you're there, check in. So maybe you stay. Maybe that right foot goes above on top of that left leg. And once you're there, land with about 5 deep breath cycles. For these last 2, maybe each exhale you feel that left knee dropping more towards the earth. Once you feel even versus that first side, release that right foot back down. Inhale, bring these back to center. Again, pause there, 1 breath or 2. Again, notice the change. And then we'll find baby pose. So bring your knees to chest. So keeping your hips moving towards the earth. If you can keep them in that same position, grab the outer edges of your feet. Otherwise, grab the inner edges, so either ankles or index and middle fingers, wrap around big toes, catching your thumbs. That's my favorite version there. And then take a breath in the center. So re-pull knees and hips down more towards the earth. And you have that option to stay here, baby, or happy baby, taking your time to rock side to side. And I like to straighten through one leg as I bend the opposite knee. And then just take that side to side. And then each round I can get each leg a little bit more straight each time. So we'll take about 3 more cycles. And once you're feeling even there, bring it all the way back to the center. Re-pull knees and hips down, 1 breath. So maybe you can pull knees and hips down more towards the earth this time. And then from there, we'll hug in the right knee towards the chest. If you have no low back pain, you can stretch that left leg long. But if you do have any low back pain or even just more discomfort, you can bend the left knee, plant the left foot down. But either way, pull in the right knee more toward your chest. If that left leg is long, press that left heel away from that right knee at the same time. So take about 2 deep breaths in that space. So keeping that left leg at least a little active and grounded. You can stay or make some slow circles at the sky with the right knee, but you're really moving from the right hip. And as you are moving in those circles, just notice those directions that feel more open and some that feel less so. So about 2 more circles in this first direction. And then as you're ready, change the direction of those circles. Last circle or 2 in the second direction. So re-hugging that right knee back towards chest. Repress that left heel long, get the left leg straight. Take a breath there. Maybe with your exhale, you can pull in the right knee more towards you. And then from there, again, you can stay with that right knee hugged in, or now kick the right leg to straight. You can keep it a little bent through the right knee as much as you need. And then interlace fingers behind the right thigh. And then pull in the right knee more towards you until you just feel a nice, gentle, good feeling stretch for the back of that right leg. So we'll start here for about 3 deep breath cycles. And then from this foundation, I'm going to add in some circles at the right ankle. So right big toes drawing circles at the sky, one direction. So move nice and slow with that as well. And maybe there's some angles with that right foot that feel good, like it hurts so good in a nice way. You can stay there and breathe. Otherwise, continue that circling. And then change the direction of those circles. And again, once you feel even in both directions, circle that right big toe all the way back around so the right foot's at least a little flexed. And then point and flex that right foot about 3 or 4 times. Again, take your time with that. So just notice the effect that that has on the back of your right leg. And then choose, so either right toes point, right foot flex, or somewhere in between, whatever you need for the back of that right leg. Take 1 deep inhale. And then with your exhale, pull in the right knee more towards you until you feel a nice feeling stretch for the back of that right leg in kind of a more deep way. So we'll take about 5 deep breaths there. So once you get the hang of that, last 2 or 3 breaths, maybe each exhale you can feel that right knee pulling more and more in toward you. So maybe that last exhale is pulling in the right knee the most, maybe even just in an energetic kind of way. Then take your time to transition, re-hugging the right knee, repress left heel long, take a breath. And then we'll set up for supine pigeon pose. So bend the left knee, plant the sole of that left foot down, and then just outwardly rotate at the right hip to place the right shin or ankle below that left knee. So we'll take a breath or 2 with that left foot grounded first. And this may be great, so you may want to stay here. Otherwise, lift your legs towards you in that configuration. And we'll do a flow first to come into a deeper stretch. So right hand to right knee, left hand to the bottom of that right foot. And once you have that, with your inhale, press your legs away from you like you're moving underwater, so coming out of your stretch. And with your exhale, coming towards you into your stretch for that outer right hip. We'll do that 4 more times. So inhale, press away. Exhale, pulling in back towards you. Inhale away. Exhale back towards you. Inhale away. Exhale back towards you. And last one, inhale away. Exhale back towards you, find your edge. Stay there. And then interlace fingers maybe behind that left thigh, or if you can reach without too much tension in front of that left shin. So keep the right foot at least a little flexed as you keep the left knee pulling in towards you at the same time. We'll pause and breathe here for about 5 deep breath cycles. And you're just trying to find that place between effort and ease. So about 2 more deep breaths. So maybe that last exhale, you pull in the left knee the most. Again, maybe just in an energetic kind of way. It just feels like a release, so no forcing. And with your inhale, just bring your legs away from you, just to come out on interlace fingers, and then hand back to knee and foot. And then once you're there, this time we'll just rock the hips side to side. And taking your time with that rocking can really slow that down. Noticing how each side feels. And then we'll use that momentum to find a twist back to the left. So legs are going to stay in that configuration as best as possible. So you're on the outer edge of that left leg and the sole of that right foot. So with the arms, the left hand goes to that right thigh. You press that right thigh away from you, and then either right hand to heart or right arm out to the side, either gazing up or over at your right fingertips. And again, about 5 deep breaths. Once you've really landed in your pose here, maybe each inhale, that 3-dimensionality stays. And with your exhale, as your body releases more and more tension, you can just feel that release with that right thigh moving away from you. So last couple deep breaths. So maybe your last exhale is the most of a release. And to come out, press to the outer edge of that left foot. You bring your legs back to that start supine pigeon pose position. So left foot's on the earth, right shin or ankle still below that left knee. So we're back where we started. Take a breath there. Notice how this feels now. And again, if that feels great, I always love kind of staying longer in some poses if it feels like you just need more time to breathe there. Stay, otherwise we'll find supine tree pose. So it's tree pose, but we're just lying down. So slide that left leg long, and either keep the right ankle on top of that left thigh, or now bring the right foot to the inner edge of that left thigh. So here's where you may need to block. So if this feels great, but if you feel any kind of pulling or tension for that right knee, maybe grab a block, place that underneath that right thigh or right knee. So I'm going to do without today. And we'll be here a bit longer, so about 10 to 15 breaths. So with the arms, right hand to right thigh, left hand to left thigh. And either using the passive weight of your arms or more actively but gently pressing thighs away from each other to aid yourself in a deeper pose. So about 5 more long, good deep breath cycles. That 3-dimensionality stays with your breath. Really tapping into that sense of stillness. But maybe with each deep breath cycle, each inhale, you can really just feel that moving down towards your torso, all the way down to your hips. And then with each exhale, that sensation just kind of opens up a little bit more with your hips. So you feel that right knee, left knee just move in opposite directions. That can just feel nice and subtle. Just about 2 more long breath cycles. So again, staying as long as you need, but to come out, use the right hand to close the right knee like a book, planting the sole of that right foot back down, left leg still long. Take a breath there and notice. And then re-pull in right knee back to chest. Repress that left heel long away from that right knee. Again, take a breath there, notice. And again, stay. Or re-kick that right leg back to straight. A little bend through right knee though, as much as you need. This time, bring your hands around your hip bones. So thumb and index finger wrap around hip bones. Elbows out wide, but they're on the earth. And then we'll do a slow flow core practice. So this can be enough, just with that right leg lifted. Or we'll inhale, press out through both heels. And then with your exhale, nice and slow, float the right heel towards those left toes. So that's 1 of 4. So inhale all the way back up. Exhale again, lower back down. So maybe they touch. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale, lower back down. And last one, inhale, lift back up. Exhale, lower back down. So next inhale, your right leg lifts all the way back up. Re-interlace fingers behind right thigh. Re-pull in knee back towards chest. Again, until you feel that nice feeling stretch for the back of that right leg. So 5 deep breaths. So after all that, noticing how the back of your right leg feels now. For me, I always feel like each exhale, I can really just pull in the right knee more and more. And again, it just feels like I'm just really using my breath and not much else. And about 2 more good deep breaths. Maybe that last exhale, you pull in the right knee the most. From there, take your time to re-hug in right knee, re-press left heel long, take a breath. Bring your left knee to join right knee, so both knees hug in. Stay in the center stillness or rock the weight side to side. So noticing how you feel side to side, last couple rocks. And then once you're back to center, we'll switch sides. So left knee hugs in, maybe interlace fingers with the opposite pinky in front just to change it up. And either right foot plants down or right leg long if there's no low back pain. So take about 2 deep breaths to pull in that left knee. The right leg's long, press the right heel away at the same time. And stay as long as you need there, or make those slow circles at the sky with that left knee. Right leg stays active and grounded, so a little flex through the right foot to make those circles. So last couple circles in this first direction. And then change direction. Your last couple circles are your biggest circles. And rehugging that left knee back towards chest. Repress right heel long, take a breath. So maybe pulling in the left knee the most this time. And again, stay as long as you need there. Or now kick that left leg to straight. A little bend through left knee as much as you need. Re-interlace fingers behind that left thigh. And then pull in the left knee until you feel that nice, enjoyable feeling stretch for the back of that left leg. So about 3 deep breaths. And from that foundation, make those slow circles moving from your left ankle area. So left big toes drawing circles at the sky, one direction. And again, if there's any angles for that left foot that feel good, you can stay there and breathe. And this feels nice too if you've been walking or running a lot. Just to bring that blood flow back. And then change the direction of those circles. And once you're even in both directions, circle that left foot all the way back. So the left foot's a little flexed. And then nice and slow, about 3 or 4 times, point and flex that left foot. And then just seeing what that does for the back of your left leg. And then choose, so either left foot flexed, left toes point, or somewhere in between, whatever you need for the back of that left leg. Keep that. Re-pull in left knee back towards you. 5 deep breaths. So maybe these last couple breath cycles, each exhale, you can feel that left knee pulling more and more in. Maybe last exhale, it pulls in the most. And then taking your time to re-hug in left knee, repress right heel long. From there, that start supine pigeon pose position. So rebend the right knee, replant sole of right foot down, outwardly rotate at left hip, bring left shin or ankle below the right knee. So start there. Again, see how you feel now. And that may be where you might want to stay. Otherwise, lift your legs in that configuration towards you. And left hand to left knee, right hand to the bottom of that foot. And then we'll use that flow to just find a deeper stretch. So with your inhale, press your legs away from you. With your exhale, back towards you into your stretch. Again, we'll do that about 4 more times. So inhale, pressing away. Exhale towards you. Inhale away. Exhale towards you. Inhale away. Exhale towards you. And last one, inhale away. Exhale towards you. Once you've landed there, it feels good for the outer left hip. You stay, interlace fingers behind right thigh, or if you can, without too much tension in front of the right shin. Keeping that left foot at least a bit flexed as you pull in the right knee more towards you at the same time. Finding that balance between effort and ease. And about 5 deep breaths. Again, for these last 3 deep breaths or so, maybe each exhale you can feel that right knee pulling more towards you. Maybe you pull the right knee the most, last exhale. And from there, bring your legs away from you just to come out. Keep your legs in that configuration. Left hand, left knee. Right hand back to the bottom of that foot. So you're set up there, rock side to side. So last couple of rocks. And then use that momentum to find your twist to the right. And the outer edge of that right leg, sole of that left foot. And with the right hand that comes to that left thigh, you press that left thigh away from you. And then either left hand to heart or left arm out to the side, either gazing up or over at your left fingertips. And once you're there, about 5 long, good deep breaths. So maybe each inhale, you can feel that 3-dimensional expansion. Each exhale, that release, that left thigh presses away more easily. Staying as long as you need. But once you're ready to come out, press to the outer edge of that right foot. Bring your legs back to that start supine pose position, right foot on the earth, left ankle still below right knee. And again, notice how you feel now. And then staying here, or slide it out to that fallen or supine tree pose. So right leg straight, left shin or ankle on top of right thigh. You can stay, or grab the block on the opposite side to place underneath that thigh or knee. And maybe that left foot comes to the inner edge of that right thigh. And again, we'll be here a bit longer, so about 10 to 15 long breaths. If you'd like to add in that arm option, right hand back to right thigh, left hand back to left thigh. And a pass away with arms or more actively pressing thighs away from each other. And about 5 more long, deep breaths. So maybe each inhale, that three-dimensionality travels all the way down to your hips. And with your exhale, you feel that just deep in the pose. So knees and thighs just moving away from each other, maybe even just in that energetic kind of way. And about 2 more long breaths. Once you're ready to come out, use the left hand to close that left knee like a book, planting the sole of that left foot back down. So take a breath there again, just notice even those subtle changes. Rehug in left knee, repress right heel long, take a breath there, again notice. Again, holding that, or left leg back to straight, thumb and index finger wrap around hip bones. So slow flow core practice again. And again, this may be enough for inhale, press out through both heels. Your exhale, left heel floats towards right toes. Maybe they tap, touch. Inhale, relift. So 3 more. So exhale, lowering back down. Inhale, relift. Exhale, lower back down. Inhale, relift. Exhale, lower back down. The last one to inhale, just relift, hold there. Re-interlace fingers, maybe same pinky below. Re-pull in left knee back towards chest until you feel that nice, again, feeling stretch for the back of that left leg. So 5 long breaths. And maybe each inhale, that subtle pressing out through both heels. Each exhale, that left knee pulls in more and more. The last couple of good deep breaths. So maybe that last exhale is pulling in the left knee the most for you. So that most release. Take your time, rehug in left knee, repress right heel long, take a breath. Bring in right knee to join left knee, so both knees hug back in. Stay center, or once again, rock side to side. So now noticing how you feel side to side, after that on both sides. Knees come back to center. Back to baby pose, so inner or outer edges of feet. Pull knees and hips down, take a breath there. Again, stay center, or happy baby, rock side to side. And again, maybe straightening through one leg at a time as you bend the opposite knee. And if you took that the first time around, so notice how the back of your legs feel now. And not just your legs, but how those are connected to your low back. So about 2 more cycles. And once you've completed that last cycle, back to baby in the center. Re-pull knees and hips down, take a breath there. From there, re-hug in knees towards chest. So this time, lift forehead towards knees. Give yourself a little hug squeeze with your exhale. And with your inhale, back to that stretch long position. So arms and legs reach away from each other. And then this time we'll use that for a supine half moon pose. So we'll walk the torso and arms up and over. I'm going to suggest the left side, but you can start on the opposite side if you'd like. So legs and torso to your left if you're taking the same side as me. And maybe stack one ankle on top of the opposite ankle and just gaze up underneath that right arm. And just like that supine tree pose, we'll be here a bit longer. So about 10 to 15 breaths. So those deep breaths into stillness. Each inhale, you feel that sense of expanding. Exhale, that sense of lightness and grounding. And about 5 more deep breaths. So last breath or two. Once you're ready to come out, unstack the ankle, walk yourself back to center. Take a breath in the center, stretch long, passive or active. And then again, use that lengthening. Find the same pose on the opposite side. Stacking opposite ankle on top. Gazing up underneath that opposite arm, so left arm. About 10 to 15 long, good deep breaths. So that three-dimensionality really stays throughout each breath cycle. Each inhale, that expansion. Each exhale, that release, that calm sense of grounding. About 5 more deep breaths. So last breath or two. And once you feel even versus that first side, take your time to unstack the ankle, bring yourself back to center, passive or active long stretch. And from there, slide out to a Shavasana. So arms and legs out as wide as you're comfortable. And then, so maybe no props if that's best, so you're just kind of in this starfish position. But you do have that blanket roll, so you can use that to place underneath thighs. And that helps us keep your knees bent. And the blocks can go underneath your hands. And it can feel nice just to have that extra bit of support so you can relax deeper into your Shavasana. But take your time to really land there. So after all that we've done, just feel all that integrate into a sense of lightness, a sense of relaxation, a place where you have no other responsibility, but just relax and just let go. And either at your own pace of breath or with me, take that long inhale through your nose. Let that go with a soft sigh out your mouth. So just let go of your Ujjayi breath cycle. Just let your breath happen naturally. And you have no other responsibility right here, right now, but to relax and find your space. This is a song called Stardust. Can't pretend that I know the answers to life, but the mystery deep in me, can't we wait and see? In this head, I've lost my heart. I want to get back to this place with all these stars and the mystery of grace, where I could learn to make mistakes and take my time and find my place. Hold my breath to say goodbyes, where life was simple. Mystery deep in you, you just won't control. Of all the things that you can't see, you just have to know. In this head, you've lost your heart. I want to get back to this place with all these stars and the mystery of grace, where I could learn to make mistakes and take my time and find my place. Hold my breath to say goodbyes, where life was simple. We are just stardust. You're trying to find our way home with all these earthly lessons that all for me and you, that all for me and you, all for me and you. place with all these stars and the mystery of grace, where I could learn to make mistakes and take my time and find my place. Hold my breath to say goodbyes, where life was simple. Taking some deeper breaths again. Let that awareness just come back and that presence come back into your space. And then as you're ready, start to make some movements. So maybe moving fingers and toes, maybe rolling wrists and ankles, really anything else that feels good and intuitive to just bring back an even sense of energy for the rest of your day. That's the intention. Or from there, we slide legs back together. We reach arms up overhead, and either in that passive way or more active way, stretch, so toes away from fingertips. Pull in knees towards chest. Stay center or rock side to side. Use that momentum to roll to a side, to your choice. Whatever side feels most balancing to end your practice. And then just take a breath on the side. Use your hands. Once you're ready, press yourself up into a Sukhasana, which is this easy, comfortable seated position. Take your time to get there and land. Once you're there, bring your hands to heart. So one last moment to pause before you end your practice. Just notice how you feel now versus when you first started. And just give yourself a thanks for making the time for yourself and your own sense of well-being. And just appreciating those ripple effects to everyone around you by doing that. And then we'll just end this practice with one collective breath. So as you're ready, inhale through nose. Soft exhale, let go out mouth. And we'll end there. Thank you so much for joining me. Enjoy the rest of your day. Namaste.